Welcome back, guys, to Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutors Gambit, where last episode, taking Carcerato's testimony around the time of discovery, we found out where the missing keys for Knight's cell had gone to, with Carcerato having knocked out both Knight and the guard, as the wiped-up bloodstains proved, with the prospective escapee also noting the sweet smell in the tunnel that we used to posit that the body was definitely moved through it. However, Gavel countered by saying the body could have been dropped down the well in the yard which the tunnel connects to, and Simeon Saint could have done the murder there during the performance, leading to us getting kicked out of the prison for the day by Legard, as we now resume our investigation the next morning with the aid of Little Thief. Having already, of course, checked out the well, we now check out the rest. These chairs must have been for the audience. Wow, I pity whoever had to put them all away. Really? Why? You've clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, huh? Not personally. I've told other people to do it, though. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You've got to roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while. I'll consider it. Did we get the same dialogue for the chairs as we had before? So, what's exactly new here? Yes, this is where the circus show stage stood. Do you think people would be interested in a great thieving show? I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend. To figure things out, eh? A great thief's great secret weapon. Color me intrigued, Malzarino. Not exactly by the book stuff, though, yeah? Using great thief doodads in an official investigation. Whoa, enough with the death stares, Chief. I'm cool, okay? I can keep a secret. Anything for the truth, am I right? It's possible that vital evidence has already been destroyed. Without Kay's reproduction of the scene, we have no hope of finding it. Hey, relax. Like I said, I'll just zip it and nod politely while you cats do your thing. Thank you. That would be very helpful. Speaking of our cats, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? How do you think about things, Kay? Wouldn't it be great if we could find an alibi for Simeon? Be careful, bringing your personal feelings into this risks introducing bias to our findings. You must keep a cool head at all times while gathering information as quickly as possible. Oh, so that's why you go around glaring at people. You're using your icy stare to methodically analyze your tight-lipped opponents. Do I really come across as that cold of a man? Probably, if it keeps being said to you repeatedly. A wicker basket, or rather a cart, given the wheels. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in and race it down a hill? Oh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill on office chairs. Where did any of that come from? So no extra dialogue for that. Everything's pretty much the same at the moment. This pond is home to Warden Legard's beloved alligator. And look, those bones must be from her latest meal. Ah, we're addressing them, are we? I somewhat doubt an alligator could pick a carcass clean like that. That's very true. You think? I got the feeling she was rather ladylike in her own way, actually. If you say so. Well, I do. I kind of have a sixth sense for these things. An interesting talent, though not one I'm particularly envious of. Now that's one impressive fence. I'm sure I could climb it if I... Please don't. It's electrified. I wonder what's on the other side. The warden's office, I believe. I guess she likes to keep a close eye on her pets. This facility would probably function better as a zoo than a prison. It would indeed. But we've also got some interesting information before about the cameras and the timing. And how the timing gets set off. And this high voltage. Plus, the power room, of course. That's what we really need to investigate. What was the name of our trunk-happy friend again? Azair the Asian elephant. You were a logic piece? Of course, how could I forget? Not exactly inspired, though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it? Oh my gosh, Mr. Edgeworth, not in front of the poor elephant herself. I suspect that's about all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon, too. Okay, you can power down Mr. Thief now. We didn't check everything out. Sure thing. Prepare to return to normality. I guess that's the question, isn't it? You don't know what is going to be the things we need to talk to soon. Hitting everything's kind of hard if you go in somewhat order. Sorry, sir. Came as quick as I could. Ah, speak of the devil. Ah, detective. That was indeed impressively quick. You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting. Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina. No problem. This seemed way more fun than rehearsals, so I ditched them for the day. It's very much appreciated. What's wrong with Missile? Alright, detective. Let's get started with Missile. Yes, sir. Hey, Missile. Over here, boy. What's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on. What's wrong with him? Looks like he's scared of something, sir. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Ah! Alligator! Guess he's not a fan, sir. Well, I doubt he'll be of much help to us like this. Any other bright ideas, Malzerino? Yes, actually. Miss Berry, would you mind lending us a hand? Oh, I'd love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Ali some tricks? Not really, no. I don't doubt she could do it, but... nothing quite like that. I'd simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show. I like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right? If you'd be so kind. Okay, I've plugged in all the data. Firing up the simulation. Ah, more data than before. Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show. The time in which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well. Oh, wow, this is so amazing. It's like magic. No magic here. Just sweet, sweet data. Which is why, the area behind the stage is missing. Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up. So we don't have any data on what it was like back there. No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's all because I let Simeon do everything by himself. Oh, no. It's all my frilly associates' fault. Objection, Fender. Anyway, we've got a fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data too. I can switch back whenever you want to the recreation of them taking down the stage. Yes, whenever I want to the. So we can examine the scene both during and after the show, and switch between the two at will. I can switch between recreations by using triangle to talk with K. Now then, let's continue our investigation, shall we? I don't like the switchy. That could take some figuring out. It's as bad as it looks, sir. Poor little guy's scared out of his skin. I'd hoped to have him track that scent again, but that clearly isn't in the cards now. Well, you could get rid of the alligator. You're keeping an eye on it, are you? Well, you didn't have anything else to say from it. That's for certain. I just wanted to keep an eye of the thing. This pond is home to Warden Lagar's beloved alligator. And look, those bones must be from her latest meal. Well, it's re-examinable, but it's the same dialogue again. Okay, still has a sixth sense. We never checked out this, I guess. It's the pen that held his ear, the Asian elephant. Now empty as the lady herself is on stage. I wonder how they got her in here in the first place. What do you mean? Well, the entrance to the yard is people-sized. And there's like a gazillion megawatts pumping through that fence. Kind of risky, no? Not if one turned off the electricity. Yeah, but then all the prisoners would escape. Through an entrance blocked by an elephant? I think not. Ah, this is a real puzzler, alright. I need to give it some more thought. She seems to be enjoying the challenge. I'll leave her to it. The basket was empty in the other recreation. Oh yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took too. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier. Oh? That basket's for holding Isaiah's food, but on the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof. I totally forgot to mention it. Sorry. Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this. Food for Isaiah that was in the cart until the day before the show, but was gone by the next morning. Can't even reach the power room or other things over there at this point in time. The chairs are lined up neatly for the show, though we know there were a few empty seats during the performance. Ah, something about this space, the way the seats are arranged. Reminds me of a karaoke contest I entered as a kid. You entered a karaoke contest? I sure did, and I came in second. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. Tell me you didn't actually sing that. I sure did. She did well to take second place. Or perhaps stole is more apt. Or is it more than that she failed to steal in the first place? I'm overthinking this. A story of forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Wish I could have seen Simeon up there on that stage too. Oh, he was wonderful. The way he flew off that stage. Ah, yes, that scene. This victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage. Having been ejected from the stage in the manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. And you're saying the crime took place during that time. Roughly how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage for, Miss Berry? Let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes. Just as Judge Gavelle said. Isn't it pretty hairy health and safety-wise having an elephant fling a guy off the stage? Not at all. I'd say it's very gentle. I'm not sure it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly. Too gentle, in fact. When we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. But by the end, he was flying off that stage. Not because of his ear, though. Simeon had figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing? A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick? Who, me? Oh no, it was Simeon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start. A trick of some kind enabled Isaiah to send Saint flying. Well, that would probably involve weights. Pulleys and rope? Not for body movement? Don't say a word, sir. I know just what you're looking for. It's written all over your face. It is. This arm may be temporarily out of action, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too. Okay. I've never seen him so excited. I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them, Detective. So do you come to visit the prison often, Regina? I sure do. I have so many little friends here. It's wonderful. And they're all such sweeties. The old faces and the new. I made a new friend only yesterday. Allie is just the cutest. Cute, that full-grown alligator lurking in the depths of the pond. Are you sure about that? Can't help worrying you could just walk up and then chomp, you know? Oh, don't be silly. She'd never do anything like that. Especially since she's not doing great. I heard she hasn't been herself since yesterday. I'm so worried about her. You guys are worried too, right? Right? Yeah, totally. Super worried. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, super. Don't rope me into this. And now the not-so-elephant in the room. It would appear that we're missing some data for this point in time. Yep, that's about the size of it. You gotta go steal us some data. I don't steal data, Kay. I use logic and deduction to get what I need. Well, I'm more of an act first, think later gal. Please don't add to my workload with your recklessness. I would hate to have to order your arrest. So at this point in time, I think we do require to do logic. So what I'm thinking is, of course, if the elephant isn't throwing a human out there, then a system of pulleys, weights, etc. would be required to generate the leverage to send Simeon all the way up there and out. Especially directing, because there's a wall like straight behind it, so you wouldn't want to go someone human smash against the wall. You'd want a controlled throw, I guess is how I'd say it. So what are we looking at? We've got a lot of stuff here. A trick of some kind enabled Isaiah to send Saint flying. Pulleys are open and weight, what were they being used for? I think one and the same, but what this kind of shows is that this cloth here that was found in the workshop is, circus cloth? If this is true. The trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene. Could it have something to do with all the items we found by the well? Okay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when they were tearing down the stage? You got it! Taking another look at these items, could they not have been used for this trick of Mr. Saint's? Sounds plausible enough. Hey, could maybe add it to the simulation. Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details. Roger that. I'll be right back. Is the cloth used as like a trampoline or, you know, a thing to catch the person instead of hitting the ground. I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it. Excellent. Well, how does it work? He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from the rope. What if someone was escaping and got crushed by heavy weight? And lowered that down into the well. The other end of the rope went through 2 more pulleys and was tied around his body. I see. So we used the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air. But how did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to? He used a stake to stop it. That's how. Miss Berry didn't seem to know anything about the trick or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake. That doesn't make any sense. It's too far away. There must have been, unless there was like a smaller string, but would it have had enough pull? That's right. And to do that, he used a second length of rope. He tied it to the stake, and then when he gave it a sharp tug... I mean, we saw that stake, in fact. The stake was released, and the weight dropped down the well. It's a great trick. I have to steal it. This one has to go in the Great Thief's repertoire. It may not be quite that easy. These kinds of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough. All right, practice it is then. Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation? All right, then we can see how it all worked for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance. I've lost it. And now to add in the data. Little Thief should be able to reproduce the trick now. I mean, I'm guessing the rope was visible. I kind of expect for a show like that it not to be. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. Interesting. A contraption to use the well, a very heavy weight, 3 pulleys and 2 lengths of rope to send Miss Saint flying during the show. Now the issue is, that weight there we see isn't enough, and it's not even in there, of course. Simeon's full of surprises, huh? I mean, dropping a weight down a well to help him fly off the stage like that. That's genius. Indeed, but I imagine he would have needed quite a lot of weight, more than him at the very least. It would have taken some serious pull to lift him into the air like that. Yeah, and probably a ton of practice. So the question is, what is he even using? And we've got a bit more examination on the place now. Mr. Saint used the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying from the stage. He made clever use of 2 ropes. It's quite an on-the-fly decision, isn't it? That's one heavy weight. Kind of makes you think how much this must all be weighing on Simeon. It does, but I'm not sure I quite see it myself. Oh, too bad we don't have the real thing here. Otherwise, I'd hang it around your neck like a big old albatross. Then we'll see how you like it. You'd face some stiff resistance if you tried, I can promise you that. No new dialogue for those parts, then? Maybe? This tarp, it's just like the one we saw in the workshop. This tarp, it's just like the one we saw in the workshop. Yes, but why is it here? Why is it here? Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've gone kind of blank. And I intend to stay blank until you stop stealing my force. Yes, no new things to add to the logic side of things. There's nothing of interest here, yes. What are we going on about there? See the stake, the lock. So at this point then, it's probably more again into the logic side of things. So at this point, we got pulling force now. Something heavier than Saint himself would be needed for the trick to work. But the 30-pound weight probably isn't it. I think these are the most obvious to link. They might not necessarily work. Could the apples be the weight that was used instead? Then nothing was said in any testimony about something blocking the way. That's the bit that confuses me. And this seems to be fine. Wait, doesn't this seem odd to you? No? You haven't noticed, Detective. There's something strange about the weight we found. I mean, technically, isn't every single one of these right? How heavy it is, how there's only one. I mean, there would have to be more if they were of that weight. What's it made of? Oh, that doesn't matter. I guess it's how heavy it is. One weight on its own wouldn't be heavy enough. More weight would have been needed to lift Saint into the air. A single 30-pound weight couldn't have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground. Oh yeah. In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing? Sounds like a job for my 7 secret weapons, sir. Should I need to use a Mirage, I suppose I should speak with him then. So you want me to use a metal detector then?
Say, what's that? I know just what you look for. It's written all over your face.
It is.
This arm may be temporary out of action, but my fishing rod is going to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too.
I've never seen him so excited. I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them, Detective. Oh, we weren't allowed the stuff to use then, so I'm guessing we definitely have more logic to link then. So I guess maybe it's linking insufficient weight and metal detector, actually. Maybe we do it that way rather than just straight up ask him. Maybe the elephant ate the apples, but I don't know. We'll find out. Detective, I have needed one of your secret weapons.
Roger that.
The metal detector, if you would be so kind.
Ah, geez, I'm never going to get to use my fishing rod. So before we get started, let me run you through how the metal detector works, sir. It's simple enough. It uses this sound and this gauge to tell you how close you are to something made of metal.
You're saying it's been buried?
The closer you get, the more strongly it will react.
Oh, I think I see where this might be going.
When it starts going wild like this, just give me the order to examine the spot where I'm standing. Say, what do we got here? Oh, the fence. Anyway, that's how it all works. You tell me where you want me to look, sir, and I'll get right on it.
I'm controlling Gumshoe! And this is made of metal.
I've got something. There's something here, sir. Oh, it's a gold coin, sir. What a find. Oh, it'll go down in history.
I don't imagine a gold coin would stay hidden long in a prison yard.
Oh, you found it. Never would have guessed it was hiding there this whole time. That's one of the coins from the big coin hunt we hold once every 2 weeks. Hey, that sounds kind of interesting. Must be fun for the whole family.
Sure is. Prisoners have to hunt for the coins that were buried around the yard. And if they find 3 silver coins and 1 gold coin, they can swap them for a jelly donut. That's the show, now a treasure hunt. Is this a prison or a playground?
Alright, let's get back to it.
I mean, these are metal.
I found something. There's something here, sir.
I don't see anything metallic. What did the detector pick up?
I guess it must have just picked up some iron sand.
Iron sand? As in sand you can pick up with a magnet?
That's the stuff. You can find it at the beach sometimes. And I got just the thing we need right here. Introducing secret weapon number 6 or 7. Are you making this up as you go along? A seemingly ordinary magnet I found at the hardware store. Watch this. I just bring it close to the ground and ta-da! It's picking out the iron. Whoa. Come on, little guys. Kind of papa.
Must be nice to be so easily entertained. Regardless, the investigation must continue.
Alright, let's get back to it.
I'm deliberately staying away from an area I think will be of high interest to us.
Sir, I'm picking up something over here. Let's take a little look-see. Huh? Found these little guys in the grass.
They're the same as the weight we found by the well. They must be from Mr. Saint's trick. Did someone hide these here on purpose?
I'll count 4 altogether, sir.
They would be more than heavy enough to send him flying. So somebody hid several of the same weights as the one by the well. But why? And why over here?
Yes, nice work, me.
I thought it would have been in the pond, but... Ah! Alligator!
That thing nearly gave me a heart attack. Huh?
What's the matter, detective?
It's the metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator.
What? How? You're sure it's not responding to the weights we just found?
No, sir. I'm sure this is something different. And I'm sure it's coming from the alligator.
And she's gone. Ha! You scared that big snapper good. I don't think that's it, Kay. Huh? Then what is it? Allie hasn't been herself lately. That's the name, Allie, the warden's favorite pet. She wouldn't even look at the food Warden Lagarde brought her yesterday. She was acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her?
Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir.
Oh no, what if she ate one of the weights?
I highly doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron.
So what did the metal detector actually pick up? And why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Okay, could you recreate the scene again? Coming right up. Did I miss? Let's scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What have I missed? I can deduce something here. Oh! Oh, okay. Sorry. Took me a little bit of a while. So, I was just thinking, like, what the hell am I missing here? And then this is the rope that would get pulled for the stake, the pulleys and all that. But where's the rope for the actual pulleys itself? Is that what's missing? What am I gonna click on, though? Can I change the scene back? I don't know what to click on exactly. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? I feel like what's missing is this. It's just anywhere clicking?
Eureka!
On the music stage, this piece of evidence reveals a contradiction in the scene of the crime. Gonna need some specifics here, Mr. Edgeworth.
I want to say I don't get it either, sir.
Well, if you look here...
Go on, sir. You gotta give us more than that.
Yes, this contraption. I'm not imagining things, it's missing something. What do I where do I deduce to start this off? I get it is the contraption. But I gotta get you to change the thing over. What's it, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright, you want me to change the recreation to the performance 2 days ago. Here you go. This is how things look during the show. Because I know what's missing, but it was the fact that it went straight there. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Oh, we can't deduce on this thing. Well, that's confusing to me. Am I supposed to deduce the well itself? I get what's missing. It's not like I can scroll up to... Oh, God.
I forgot about that function.
Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
Eureka!
Still incorrect. We're missing the rope, aren't we? What are we missing? I don't know anymore. Looks like this was designed for raising and lowering a bucket. No sign of the bucket, though. What am I deducing to? Shall I take more penalties? Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Am I skipping ahead somehow? Like, I feel what's missing is a rope, and we have a rope in evidence. Which is why I'm presenting it. Am I presenting this instead?
Eureka!
No? I'm falling apart! Okay, let's go back. So there's something here that's missing that is metal. So it's not the rope, but everything is not there today, but it was there before. Is it a pulley missing? Is it a... What am I missing here? Well, let's connect these two, see if they're right. Maybe that might provide me with something that I'm missing. Maybe it's the apples. It's there adjacent. I can't believe I don't know what I'm doing. Are we missing a rope or not? The apples in the basket were likely eaten by his heir. Well, at least I'm intelligent in one aspect. Really? That's strange. I made sure to put the cart where a trunk couldn't reach them. Are you sure about that? Oh yes, it was still full of apples the night before the show. Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within Isaiah's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind, which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. The basket was moved by someone the night before the show. We got another bit of logic. Before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, Kay. Will do. I'll add that into the simulation of the performance then. Let me just change back to that recreation first. Updating based on what Regina told us now. There, all done. Right, move that. Now the power room and all that's visible, which wasn't visible before. Is it because I haven't got something yet? Alright, we've already seen that dialogue. I'm so confused right now. Our first stumping point, and I don't think it's the stumping point I should be getting stumped on. This door appears to be locked. Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try. No, if we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key. Spoil sport, that could be my chance to shine. You're free to shine somewhere else, but you will not make an audience out of me. And all of this stuff is not required, so... Oh no, there's something there. Little wonder it smelled of animals. It was being used for the elephant. Told us Isaiah's apples, right? Yep, it was full of them the day before the show. So they vanished overnight. Oh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth? Quite possibly. But not anything that adds evidence that we need. So it's something legitimately over here that was missing in the other side of the recreation. I do not know what to present here, but we are supposed to do something specifically. Wait, is it the cloth? I don't know. I'm stumped to end an episode this time. Two lengths of rope. One length of rope is over here, so I think we're getting ahead of ourselves here. There's a rope missing. Does this mean the victim was tied up? Was it used for that? But it wasn't, but it was used in the thingy. So what are we missing? I do not know. At all. So, with that said and done, I think I'll see you the next episode on Ace Attorney Investigations, because I am stumped. What is the answer? I'll try to gather my thoughts on it, and more importantly, essentially watch my video again to see something that I've missed is most likely what's gone on here. Leading up to things, because it involved the alligator. It says there's something metal has been thrown in here. But what? All of these were there yesterday, but why would something of this be thrown in there? The alligator wouldn't eat a metal object. So what is going on? What am I missing? Tune in next time to find out how dumb I am. Until then, I say, bye-bye.